Stand to MechWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Rippers, Rumblers, and, well, we've been doing pretty decently so far, although last time we nearly lost a Hatchet Man. It came back in pieces that would take over a month to repair. I believe it was 6 health remaining in the center torso before we got that sucker out of the way. We also picked up 4 parts to a gauntlet, so if we can find one more, we'll be very happy campers indeed. But the Centurion's back, and so it will be leading a new mission to get a little bit of cash in mopping up. After the recent skirmish with our forces, the surviving units of local government lands escaped the battlefield. We believe they are managing to partially repair the mechs, and that means the loose ends the Leon Commonwealth would like to see tied off permanently. Track down these survivors and finish them off for good. So this will be a full cash run. The maximum salvage was a 2 of 9, so we may as well go down to a 0 of 1 in order to get 874,900 C-bills, which will help our money woes for the rest of the month, which we kind of desperately need. It is a 1.5 skull mission and a straight-up battle, so hopefully nothing too dangerous. And we got the Centurion back. Oh, I'm so happy about this. You have no idea just how pleased I am to have this mech back. The Centurion really made an impression on me. It's a mech that I've always kind of liked, but really this version, well, the version that we had originally, I really like it a lot more than I thought I did. Alright, so we have a witness in his regular Raven, once again, back in full kit. Oh, I almost lost part of the shoulder last time, but he did manage to survive. Hacker coming out with the A-team for a bit, and he will be rolling the Enforcer with all of its standard large lasers, medium pulse lasers, VSPL. Basically, if it shoots multiple lasers, we threw it on here. Ripper in our Centurion. It's packing an LBX AC-10 with both slug and cluster rounds, a pair of medium lasers, which are mostly useless if we're completely honest with ourselves, and then a pair of SRM6+++, which also has an Artemis 4 targeting system in the head to make them even more accurate. Hopefully these will do lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of damage. So, without further ado, let us send Witness off to witness what the enemy is up to. Oh, we're on this map again. So the mining town over here, fighting our way sort of uphill into the wind farm up there. We'll get stuck in it somewhere around here. We'll probably send our guy off over on this direction again. Pretty much the exact same way we did last time. Sprinting Hacker as much as we can. The Enforcer not quite as fast as we'd like it to be, but it's doing good for now. And same problem with the Centurion. Not quite as zippy as I'd like it to be, but it's completely and fully filled up in terms of internal space-wise. Like, there is not a single critical slot remaining on this mech, which has me somewhat concerned. I'd like to put the MMLs back on this thing just to give it the longer range punch that I think it kind of requires, but that could take some finagling. Alright, let us... Wow, everybody rolled high on this one. Not bad at all. Send him off in this direction, that way he doesn't accidentally run himself into reinforcements. And we do have a Panther, an Assassin, and a Firestarter so far. I assume there's a 4th mech somewhere around here. Might be hidden inside the forest, might be slightly outside of our range. We'll find it relatively soon. Send the Enforcer right up the slot, because he's our brawler. We want him in nice and close with the enemy with all the medium lasers and the VSPLs, because then he can do lots and lots of damage. Hunchback, on the other hand, can operate quite happily, plinking away, and really will move up here as well. He can shoot through sort of this open area. ER large lasers have proven to be much more reliable than AC-20s. We're bringing up the rear on the Centurion. We're going to send him right. Actually, no, I really should send him up the center too. He's also a brawler. The SRM6s do not have a whole ton of range on them. So really, I probably should have sent... really, most of my mechs are brawlers. I should have sent the Hunchback off to the right flank, but that's okay. The Raven will do fine. Ooh, they're moving off into the forest. Looks like they're trying to hunt down the Raven a little bit, but we should be able to deal with that. And what other movement are we looking at here? The Assassin trundling on forward, an ANS-30. Not quite sure which variant that is, but we're going to find out in relatively short order. Let's get ourselves on the mood, get an altitude advantage, get a sight advantage. Hi, we see you. Not great. Worse. We will go with a beacon. Just see if we can't get ourselves a little bit more accurate. And that's just, well, we hit with something. He was narked. Okay, so the beacon's on target. Lovely. So we should be able to come in and hopefully follow up on that. Maybe Ripper can get some good shots in. And a large laser being fired over down Raven's way, but the Raven was able to avoid it. Very, very nice. Nice and happy with that one. Ripper, you're up next. Ripper, can I get a shot on that guy? No, it's not looking... I'm gonna have to fight the Assassin. Oh, never mind. I've got it. It's a back shot, which should help, but it is a sprint, which hurts a lot. Cluster rounds, please. 46%. Really, it's 6 in one, half dozen in the other. You've got an unknown cannon, which I believe is a Rack 2. I'm not positive on that. There's really no difference in the engagement here. We're going to pile on the Panther just a little bit. Both of the medium lasers weren't able to touch him at all. 3 SRMs managed to nail him, and some clusters, and some crits going on, so his engine core has been critted. He's not having a good time. That engine destroyed result is a lie, as was told to me, and it was in the patch notes, and I just totally missed it, because on occasion I'm a silly goose like that. Currently in this version of the build, engine crits, that sort of thing, gyros and engine, that thing, any sort of crit will automatically display the engine destroyed result. It's not true, don't worry about it, you should be just fine. Can I get a shot at him? I can, it's an obstructed shot, it's a 17. I don't know if I just stood still, could I see anything then? I can, it's a 20%. If I moved in closer, 20%. So I may as well just shoot here. Fire. Oh, managed to nail one of those lasers. I think that was onto his leg. Good shooting, Exodus. Exodus is very close to his next level of gunnery, which I'm very much looking forward to. Set him up right there. And Hacker. Jim Hacker. And let's... anything good here? Nah, it's not amazing. How about if I got even closer? Still not amazing. 15%, I believe that was, versus... yeah, the 20% if I do this. Yeah, we're going to pile a little bit more fire on the assassin. VSPL, keep it on. Medium lasers, you know what, just light it up. We may as well go. Miss, miss, miss. Oh, we got a hit. VSPL managed to plink him. Not doing too much else. Oh, there we did. Got one more CT hit. So not doing a whole heck of a lot, but lighting up his armor, which is already pretty light. Witness gets to roll next, and Witness, I believe, is going to sprint. Come on, give me that shot. Ooh, I'm not going to be able to get that shot. I want the shot, and I'm not going to have it. Alright, well, if that's the case, you can shoot and scoot. Oh, you can't. You don't have the target. Unfortunate. So we are going to have to actually move somewhat regularly on this one. I'd like to get the side angle shot, and that'll be some good numbers. So let's also set this to a haywire. So we've already narked him. Let's haywire him now. So I'm nailing into him with our SRMs, the tag, and he did not hit the haywire, unfortunately. Oh, wait, no, there it is. I missed all the additional results. So he has been haywired, so that's going to produce everything about him. He's not going to have a good time. And the assassin is going to fly. And then open fire with what I believe is a rack. Kinda wish I had more cash in order to steal his stuff, but you know what? The money was more than worth it. Because what would I actually put a rack 5 on? I don't have a mech that could take it. If it is a rack 5, it might be a rack 2. Okay, a little bit of heat being sent our way and some light laser fire. Nothing too serious about that. Fire starter coming in. Yep, he's on the move, and he is an interesting loadout with a whole bunch of... oh, he's a large laser. Okay, so you're what, a 9A? Did manage to hit us with the flamethrower that time. No, he's a K. Not sure what variant that specifically is, but we're gonna go after the enemy. That should be fine. I'm gonna ignore the assassin for just a little bit. He can go do whatever the heck he feels like doing for now. Cluster rounds? Yeah, cluster rounds. Firing. So I hit with one of the medium lasers, and the SRM's getting in on there. Decent number of clusters, penetrating hits, but nothing actually critted off. That's somewhat unfortunate. Exodus can get a shot on him. Or I can have Hacker see if we can't sprint in on him, which I think is what we're going to lean on. Because I do believe we should have decent accuracy. Oh, it's not amazing, but it'll work. So we'll zip around the corner over here. Light him up. Keep everything on, because we're going to try and burn him down this turn. Okay, there goes most of his stuff, and then just lasers all around into him. The pulses in the VSPL trying to get a good hit, and... well, he's been opened. We got a good crit on his CT, and he bailed. Okay, so that's out. And it is 33%, so there's only 3 mechs on this map. Hunchback is going to just chase down this assassin a little bit. Can't see him, but that's okay. Fire the lasers. Miss. Miss. It's not too terrible. 222% chance. Not all that high. And also, we can forgive Exodus where we can't forgive Bullet Trap. Alright, back to us. Witness can get a move, or I can move Exodus on it. Witness is going to get the move. And the Witness will get the move because Witness is going to get around to the back. Hiya. Set this sucker back to beacon mode. Light him up. We got a couple of hits, and I see the one marker. Target acquired and narked. Okay, so he's been tagged and he's been narked. That'll help out quite a lot. So we have both of the buff targeting systems working towards us. If we just sat here and attacked 25%, fire. Oh, good hit right on the leg there. So he's got to be having an interesting day. And then we'll keep pushing him forward. Yes, he can jump. Yes, he will move very, very fast. But if we keep the pressure on him, we may be able to bully him out a little bit. After all, he is an assassin. He's going to walk on forward, returning fire with some of that cannon. It might be an LBX now that I think about it. It is an LBX. It's an LB5. Okay, nothing too terrible. Hacker.
Yes, boss.
Yeah, you're going to cook it a little bit. As in cook, you're going to shut this sucker right on down, I believe. Ooh, I can't get a great side shot, unfortunately. I'm going to go right in on him. Not tremendous, unfortunately. We're just going to move straight in, then. Shut off... Ooh, the VSPL's good, though. Shut off the mediums. That's a shutdown warning. Mediums off, mediums off. The medium pulse and the large laser to on. Vigilance, if we cook, we cook. Hit him with the large laser, lovely, and then tagged him on top of it. He's already been tagged, so that doesn't help at all. But every little bit counts. It'll renew it for a little bit longer. So target acquired and override successful. We'll torch it next turn, and then we'll have some fun with it. And who do we got moving? Oh, it's got to be the Firestarter, isn't it? Firestarter coming in for a melee attack. Interesting choice. Okay, he's swinging and a miss. He tried. He really did try. And no support weaponry to actually utilize that. Okay, let's come around to his back. Hi, buddy. I understand that you decided to just go all in on this, but it's time to punish you for that. Oh, just opening him all the way up. God, I miss the Centurion so much. It's so nice to have you back. Alright, Hacker. Hacker is going to have some difficulty, because Hacker is about to absolutely charbroil. I'm kind of thinking it might be a better idea to not charbroil this turn. Okay, turn off the VSPL. Turn off the large laser. Go for just the tag. And... No. No. Yeah, just go for the tag. We'll get our heat back under control. Miss that. Not too surprising. 30%. His leg is open. We'd like to get a little bit more damage on, because every little bit of damage that he's dealing with that cluster is just not fun to have to deal with. It's more repair time. And we don't want to have too much more repair time. I think no, we had an obstructed side shot, which is better. Not much, but it's a little bit. And we will shut off the SRMs. And narc to beacon. Good. And fire. Missed them both. Again, wasn't expecting it, but you may as well lob as long as you're not going to generate any problems with recoil or heat. And that's exactly what we're doing, just blazing away. If he comes towards us, we can really start ripping him open. And he's going to bounce in close to us, firing into the back. Unfortunately, not able to get the shots on. Just was not able to maintain the accuracy as he leaped through the sky. Ripper's up. Good. Sprint. Can I get the shot? I can't quite get the shot, but we're going to get right next to him. That way he understands that you may have made a mistake, my friend. Fire everything. And just laying into him a decent number of shots hitting on target. Exodus. Exodus can get behind him. Oh, very much for certain. Hi. We're going to cook it a bit. Miss. Hit. Right in the back, I think. It might have been an arm. No, that was an arm. So he has lost his laser. Still has his LB5. And he's having a bit of a bad day. It's enemy's turn, and let's see how he wants to move. Is he going to leap through the sky, or is he going to run? How's he going to try and play this? He's going to back up, get a rear attack, get a couple of shells, manage to bounce off our rear armor, but our rear armor is mostly there. And now we've got a back attack on you. Lovely. Medium lasers, SRM6s, everything on. Double check to make sure they're on. Beacon, narc. Do it! So we got some penetrating hits on the back there. Fusion core, narked, everything. He is lit up like a Christmas tree. Hey, Ripper. Let's chop down this Christmas tree, shall we? And open him up. And those SRM6s, just with a +2 from the narc. Or not the narc, the +2 from the Artemis control system, the plus from just being a +++ type. I believe they have a 1 or 2 accuracy increase. If we can get listen kill ammo, we can really have some fun with it, because that'll improve the accuracy even further. So 828,910 C-bills is our reward. Ripper picked up 2, and the third one ejected, so nobody actually gets credit for that kill. And we got a heatsink. Yep, that's about what I expect from our employer, let's be completely honest. He's not exactly known for his generosity. Also, to be fair, we have taken a couple of missions against the Lyrans. They may not appreciate that. So we'll wait for things to cycle through, and then shouldn't be too long on the repairs. We should be able to bust out another mission relatively soon. And I have something in mind. It's another assassinate mission, I think it is. And it also will give us like 3 of 13. Which hopefully we'll run into a gauntlet and be able to steal him, because that'll give us our first bushwhacker. Which would be nice. We need to start working our way up, though, to a little bit bigger mechs. We're starting to get to that point where we'd like something like, say, a heavy mech. Our activity's 4,000 for the next 3 days, nothing too terrible. And just going to make sure that this tasked out right. The Hunchback, the Centurion, yeah, we'll do this. That way everything's ready at the right time. Hatchetman in another 6 days. It took one heck of a pounding. Pause. Okay, we're good. The B team could go out. That is always an option. Hatchetman is 6 days. But the Hatchetman's also going to need a little bit of repair work. It lost a medium pulse laser, which kind of sucks. But we can deal with that. Maybe we'll take a short contract here so that the B team can get a little bit of a fight going on. Couple of capture bases, a straight up battle, repossession, 1 skull. Armored vehicles. Armored vehicles can be dangerous. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted. Tempted to do cash. Armored vehicles, though. We do still need a stockpile of weapons systems, so that's not terrible. Also, it's really to give the B team more experience, and we can sell things off. So, B team is actually not fieldable right now because the B team is missing a member. Because, unfortunately, brother's in the hospital. Interesting problem. In which case, we will just chill out for the next couple of days. 3, 4, that's most of our pilots. So we will get our pilots back ongoing. Double check on the MechWarriors. I believe Exodus should have the next level. If we've... Where are you? There you are. Yes, next level gunnery. There we go. Level 6, that ought to help his large lasers just a little bit more. Plink away slightly more accurately. Hacker is ready for a level as well. I'm tempted for piloting. Hacker, you were driving the Enforcer. That heat generation would be helpful, but... stability damage taken is minus... And a little bit more accuracy. We'll take guts. I know, crazy. We're not prioritizing piloting for once. Hammer is ready to go, I think, right? Yeah, you're out of the hospital. It's brother. So, this would give us more injury resist plus overheat threshold. This would give us called shot bonus. For the most part, he doesn't need it because he melees everybody. Piloting would give us a +2 our maximum of evasion. Plus melee accuracy. Yeah, we're going to take piloting 6. Make him a little bit more nimble. When he finally gets his ride back, he'll be able to make better use of it. And his ride won't be back for another little while. Shouldn't be too long to repair, hopefully, cross your fingers. So, let us take the contract. And, what was it? It was... Thorn in the Side. So, this will be a full salvage contract for sure. Still making 212,000. And do I want to keep this loadout? Do I want to swap in hammer? It's not really a punchy mech. Sorry, Hammer. I think you are going to have to wait this one out. Well, actually, no. He still has the higher guts. Still, might be better to put him in a piloting mech like the Raven. No, I want the Narc Beacon accuracy. So we'll lock that out. Bringing a Hammer back. So he can do a little bit more work. That'll also bring the Enforcer a little bit higher on the actual initiative phase. So hopefully he'll be able to move earlier, get good shots, get good angles, and just annihilate people. That's the plan anyway. Cross your fingers. It might work, it might not. So if everything works out the way we hope for, everybody should come home relatively intact. And then we'll be able to just fix up the Hatchetman, and everybody will be happy. Of course, we could get totally and utterly mauled on this one, and that would, well, not end with everybody being happy. We'd be in a lot of debt again. So, Thorn to the Side. Smugglers founded by the pirate organizations have set up just outside our borders, causing an ongoing problem for Leon operations. We'd like to cut the head off this particular stake with a targeted, limited, and deniable strike on the leader. Ideally, this will shut them down permanently. So 2 skulls, 212,100 Seabills, but 3 of 13 beautiful salvage. If we happen to run ourselves into a gauntlet, we are taking a gauntlet piece because I want that gosh darn mech. I believe it has quirks for medium lasers of some description, and the number of energy hardpoints that it has filled is absurd and hilarious. Alright, smuggler forces and reinforcements and the smuggler leader are already on the board. So over here, and up here, and to make matters worse, I think we are fighting our way uphill. not tremendous. Let's get the B Galactic Probe, although it's not technically one. It's the combined system. A little bit far forward, see if we can't get some accuracy here. This is a bit unfortunate for the Enforcer, because the Enforcer wants to brawl, as does the Centurion. Everybody basically wants to be in tight. The Hunchback could do either direction. He doesn't really care, because he does have a pair of ER larges. But the other mechs, they definitely need to be a little bit closer. So running the Centurion forward, we're just going to have to move at full tilt to get in close with them, where our SRM-6s will really start doing damage. And they are very much improved SRM-6s, so they deal a ton of damage when they hit. Those two weapons are dealing 120 damage should all those missiles hit. Which, well, that's basically an AC-20 for 6 tons. It doesn't quite work out that way because the AC-20 deals all of its damage to the same location, but still, that's a lot of fun if you can manage it. Okay, we got movements coming up on the right side. I'd like to get onto this force and kill it really quickly, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. We got a Panther at long range. The blips are on, and that means we get to engage because we have ER large lasers. That's really the main thing. Exodus can see him. All right, Ripper. Ripper's got a shot too. Interesting. Do I sprint? Do I plink?
Yes, boss.
Hammer. I did not want to do that. Okay. We have also identified an additional target as a Zephyr. So I misclicked, and now we have a bit of a problem.
I hear ya.
Witness, let's get on the move. We're going to move you into the forest, get you a little bit more covered, and not seen by absolutely everything. I'm actually fine with the obstructed shot here because it'll mean he has an obstructed shot as well. Oh god, this is an AC-20 carrier right here. This is a fast hover tank right here. This is a Panther, which we're very much familiar with. Gonna hold? Nah, we may as well shoot it. I mean, it builds a little bit heat, but not too much. So, set this thing to beacon, and fire away. Hey, we got him with something. What is that? Hey, I saw the one. Were you tagged? Were you narked? Were you what? He's been narked. Okay, so +1 hit on that. So, Ripper might actually be able to follow up with something pretty nice on this. It's a shame I don't have actual vision of what's going on here. Or we could sprint to try and get in close. I think I want to sprint to try and get in close because, well, accuracy. He's got a large lasers. He probably wins this plinking battle, actually. Slug changes to cluster. Medium lasers to off. SRMs. Yeah, we may as well fling him. And a couple of slugs managed to hit home. And some of the SRMs, it looks like. So not terrible. Because I assume he's pretty low on armor, so that ought to help out quite nicely. If we can do things quickly before they get involved, we should be very happy campers. Exodus, do you have the target? 27. If we move closer, it'll probably go down. Well, we're going to move closer anyway. Gonna walk it. 24. Yeah. 1 hit. 1 miss. But hey, 30 damage on through is not terrible at all. Very happy with that. Enemy gets to move now, and who's going to move first? Well, we're still not getting anything off of these guys, which is good. We want them to be slow and bogged down. We don't want them to come over to us very quickly. We'd like to annihilate everybody over here before anything can happen. Zephyr moving in nice and close. And opening fire. He's got a bunch of medium lasers. Well, 3 medium lasers and some SRMs, was that? Or LRMs? Doesn't really matter. Probably going to be able to get nice and close with him. Oh, I thought for a second it was a sensor lock. He's got to die. He's got to die quickly and hard. How much armor are we looking at here? Do we have a clue? Not a lot. I can tell you that much. Can't tell you much beyond that, but I can tell you not a lot. 63, 69, 40, or 74, but that puts our back towards a Panther, which could be really dangerous. Let's not quite do that. This puts our back towards reinforcements, but I think I've got a turn. Gonna go for it. 69. See if we can get a penetrating hit. I kind of figured. But hey, can you follow up? No. Okay, so that was a total bust. Probably should have fired missiles at it just to do something to it. But I had dreams that a Raven would be able to step on him and he would explode and it'd be beautiful. Did not come to pass. Gave us a little bit of warning. We got a commando incoming. And something else moving in this area. So we are about to run out of time before the bad guys actually show up and actually get on top of us. Not great. We'll try and move quicker. Okay, Panther coming in for a punch. And also managed to miss, so we got a nice little cluster of missing going on here. But he had a fluid gun as well. Did the fluid gun manage to hit us? It did not. Okay, so we're perfectly happy with that one. So you've come within range of my Centurion, and you're exposed. This ought to be great. Okay, give me turn. I wish to go. Oh, lovely. Exodus.
Receiving you.
Exodus has a 15% and a 39%. He's going to fire. Oh, there's a hit. Just tore off half the mech right there. So, minus an injury, -4 initiative. And we're going to just keep striding forward. That's one of the best things about shoot and scoot, is you can blast them and then just calmly come forward. Just an endless procession of death heading your way. Until this Hetzer shows up, in which case we're screwed. Because that's an AC-20. We've got to basically get in range of that Hetzer and annihilate it before it can do anything. So 46 on the SRMs versus 33 versus if we just stood still and blazed away. Less. So we are going to walk forward. Not the super fastest thing we could possibly do, but it should be good enough. Medium lasers to on. We're going full in on this one. And that's the one I wanted. Managed to hit him with one of the lasers, and some decent follow-up. Jump jet's destroyed. Right leg destroyed. That's a knockdown. Is he intact? He is still intact very slightly. And 2 of 4 injuries remaining. If we take off the leg, we get all of that. I'm not super interested in it because, after all, it's a Panther. Not good accuracy. Tremendous accuracy. Here's my plan. So we're going to go for his leg. Just to take him off the board. It'll be nice, cheap, and easy. And we do not need the VSPL. Oh, that's how you change it. I was trying to change it like a cannon, but you don't. You click on the number. That's brilliant. Okay, lovely. I don't need a whole heck of a lot of fire. Let's just do that. And by the way, I'm recording this pretty far in advance compared to what I normally do, so if somebody's pointed that out, I am so sorry for not understanding that for so long. So, that's really cool. Okay, so that's how the VSPL works. I am so much happier with that now, because now that gives so much more utility to the Enforcer. It's brilliant. Thank you. Thank you so much. Misclicks can give you the greatest of information. Commando still flanking around the side. And the Zephyr does not want to be here and is going for the rear attack. Luckily, he managed to miss most of the laser strikes, so we're okay.
Minor damage, Commander.
How long we're okay? I'm not really sure. I can focus the Zephyr, or I can push on to him. I think I'm going to focus down the Zephyr, just to make him so he's not zipping through my lines the whole time. Because he will become extraordinarily irritating in a very short time. Got a fire starter and a commando now, so we're getting more on target. I'd like to get the Raven on the move, and sometime soon, because the Raven's back is towards the enemy. This is a SP. Crap. Kill him, kill him, kill him. This guy is armed with a shiv. And a large laser. But mostly the shiv, in the fact that he can just annihilate you with a punch, despite being a commando. Terrifying mech. We fought him once. It was horrific. We lost a Valiant because of it. And a spider. Ugh, can't get away from these bloody spiders. So we have basically a rock and a hard place. We've got him, the melee focus, which is really going to hurt. Okay, medium laser. And then him with an AC-20, which really is going to hurt. So we've got to kill him quickly. Oh, we got a lot of people who are able to move before we are. And a javelin. Oh, that's a lot of missiles.
I hear ya.
I want to hold. Everybody's moved before me already. Drop it down. And the reason why I wanted to hold is because I wanted to test to see if I could actually see that guy. And I can, but it ain't a good shot. Reserve. We're going down to the bottom. We're going to let this Hetzer come in closer. I know. Big risk. We're only sacking 3 pips of evasion. Oh yeah, there's that too. Which, that hurt. CT armor is intact, but not very much.
Wow, that was bad.
Yes, it was. Okay, there goes the Hetzer. Whew. Alrighty, but we're alive. We are alive. Let's focus down the Hetzer now.
Waiting for orders.
Witness. Witness, I need you to sprint to maximum speed. Because we're going to get in behind him. I can't do it if I go there. I can do it if I'm in the middle of the road. Do I care? I think that works. Yeah, I think that works. So zip on over here. And kink a little bit. Jammed by ECM by something. Not too terrible. Set to beacon. Yep, we're good. If we don't kill him, hopefully we can light him up. So we got the target acquired and detected. So Narc is on. Ripper, time for you to focus. 33. How about if I got really close? 33, 27, 33. I think the walk might be the better idea. Yeah, the walk is slightly better.
Roger that.
Okay, Hetzer needs to die. I'd love to go main cannon on him, but I can't. Come on, give me some really good cluster hits. We got a structure exposed. There we go. Okay, Hetzer's out of the fight. So we've taken care of that. That was a huge concern of mine that we no longer have to deal with. So next major target. Ooh, that Zephyr bloody disappeared. That's amusing. Okay, let's get that Zephyr back in sight.
Confirmed.
There he is. Hi, you're not getting away. Vigilance? I'm thinking vigilance. No, I don't need it. Not yet. Not yet. Fire the lasers. Miss. Miss. Oh, I kind of wanted them both to hit so I could punch through and kill him, and because I think he's down to a low enough armor value where one of those large lasers would have killed him. Maybe not, but it would have been nice.
How's it going?
Hammer might be able to finish this off. Hammer's got some really good weapons fire. We are being jammed by ECMI. It's got to be him. VSPL 2. VSPL 3. We'll go 3. Burn him. Miss. Oh, come on. Stop missing all them large lasers, man. We gotta do something. We got a penetrating hit there. And can we get enough? Target acquired, detected. Not quite. Gonna need a little bit more on that to really turn it into something. So hopefully we can move before him and we can dive on him with, say, the Raven. Well, maybe not the Raven. Commando rolling on the side. Gotta pay close attention to him. His large laser is moderately dangerous, but it's his punch that I'm really worried about because he will be accurate with that punch. The other cool thing about the VSPL is it gives us way more options for controlling heat while still doing damage, and the less shots we shoot, the more accurate we become. Javelin rolling up. Javelin is an 11B. Don't know which version that is. I'm really only familiar with the Fire Javelin, so... And Firestarter deciding to fly.
Good to go.
Okay, we are going to move up on you. You have one of your armor sections open. I don't know which one it is. I'm going to be completely honest. I am risking a little bit here. So, yeah, we're on the wrong side to actually make this work as well as I'd like to. Beacon it.
Firing everything I've got.
So, laying down some fire and opened up. Target acquired. ER medium lasers critted.
Critical hit, Commander.
But he's not dead. If he moves him behind the Raven, he could get a penetrating shot through. And the Raven doesn't have a ton of structure, unfortunately. Only 55. So, a couple of medium laser shots and he's dead. Oh, we got a Wolfhound. Okay, so they're all really kind of coalescing on us. Luckily, the actual primary target is not here. So, that kind of works in our favor. You're dead, right? Just making sure. 50%? So who's in this other group? Not really sure. So they are kind of fanning out all around us, which is obviously a little bit concerning. But we might be able to use that to our advantage. Don't ask me how yet. As long as he's not a Firestarter 2C, I can work with that. We cannot shoot and scoot with this particular version of Enforcer. Rather, the pilot is the problem. Not a problem, he's just an issue. Let's reposition over here. We're going to VSPL 1. Medium laser off. I really only need one hit. So, yeah, I like so. Fire away. Got him. Good. Large laser able to find him, and then we just blow up the rest of the vehicle. And the pulse is finished. Most of that has been fried. Zephyr's out of fight. 75% of the smuggler forces have been destroyed, and they are now all in front of us. Ripper, do you have a shot on anybody? Not quite yet, but soon. Lovely. That commando worries me. Because if that commando gets a good shot on me, that commando can basically annihilate me. Commando... terrible, good, not good. So we will focus fire on the commando. Give the LBX a chance to recoil. They'll fire some missiles on him. And one hit. Not the worst we've ever done, but it sure as heck ain't the best either. Can I get a side angle shot on this commando? I could if I pushed forward, but that leaves me exposed and open towards the fire starter. I'm gonna move not quite there, but there. That puts me in minimum range bracket. It also puts him most vulnerable to that commando, but the most accurate shot I can get. 27, shoot away. Miss and miss. Kind of to be expected. Had been hoping for a little bit better. Want to kind of nail him a little bit more before he gets anywhere near us. It's those shivs that really concern me. Alright, we are inspired, which I do believe still gives you an accuracy bonus. It does in the base game. Was it a +2 now? Let me see. When your MechWarriors become inspired, gain +2 accuracy. Wow. And +1 initiative. I did not realize just how amazing that would be. So, Centurion or Witness?
Waiting for orders.
Kind of want to send in Witness, and the reason why I want to send in Witness is because Witness can, if he has a line of sight anyway, Witness can nail him with an arc beacon, hopefully. So we're going to pull off over in this direction, line him up, and beacon, yep, fire away.
Commencing Alpha strike.
If we get a hit, we'll be happy with it. A couple of the SRMs managed to touch, but nothing else. Movement coming on. Oh, looks like the big bad's getting involved now. He's coming back towards us. Wolfhound on the move. Large laser PPC, we're not quite sure yet.
Let's do this.
Alright, Ripper. I could sprint to get in point blank range, but that leaves me exposed, and I don't want to do that quite yet this round. So we're not in visual range yet. That works out quite nicely. Dump into the Wolfhound, because the Wolfhound's an easier target right now. And, oh, we got a pretty decent number of penetrating hits right there. Something exploded off that Wolfhound. I'm very happy with that. And enemy movement. Spider rolling on forward. Oh, crap, the Spider just revealed us. So my plan had been that we would not actually reveal sight on him and he wouldn't be able to punch us, but now that he's providing sight lines, things have just become more difficult.
Receiving you.
Shoot down from on high? I think that's the plan.
On my way.
We have view of the Wolfhound, right? Yeah, the Wolfhound's having a bad day, it looks like. Lost half of his mech. VSPL 1? No, thank you. I think we want to burn him up. Well, 37% is not good enough. We'll go VSPL 2, because still a 74% chance, and that leg is pretty weak looking. Gonna vigilance this. Probably shouldn't have.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Okay, doing a pretty decent job of nailing the Spider, who I didn't intend to target, but I'm not going to complain. Well, we broke his cooling system, but I don't think that actually does anything. He is unsettled, and we are over the heat line.
Hot in here.
And I think, unfortunately, by using that, I may have screwed over my accuracy moving forward. So, wait for it. Firestarter on the move up top. Multiple lasers? Yeah, we're looking at 2 medium lasers, so 2 medium lasers, 4 flamers might be the thing of the day. Exodus is still waiting to go, and Exodus might be able to get some really nice, a large laser shot.
Ready for orders.
42 damage. If we punched, it'd be a 76% accuracy, 74% accuracy, wait, 74.6. Ah, okay. That puts me in cover. Go for that. So we're going to swing the battle fists. Missed. Oh, that's unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Was kind of hoping to just completely deck him off the map, and that's not going to happen anymore. Commando has not gone yet, and he's about to. He's going to move over to the side. Going to take a large laser shot. Not connect with the Centurion. I'm kind of happy that he's decided he's not going to punch. Although he may not have been able to cross this area. He may be trying to come around to actually get towards us. But we might be able to dive him now. He didn't move all that fast. Got a punch coming in from the Javelin. Okay, interesting decision to punch. 25 damage is not terrible. He basically hit us with a medium laser, which we were in the forest, so he did a little bit better than that. An ER medium laser. Actually, no, not even that would kind of equal out. Large laser shots coming in. Okay, so it looks like the Commando's able to move next as well. Let's see what he's going to do with that. Is he going to get on the move? Doesn't look like he moved very far.
Good to go.
Okay, we're going to move over here. Put ourselves out there a little bit. Really good accuracy. Really not good accuracy. Yeah, nail this sucker with a beacon.
Firing everything I've got.
Okay, we got some penetrating hits going on here, and I think we got him narked and beaconed. So, enemy turn. It's not telling us, so maybe we didn't. Maybe we need line of sight. More movement going on. They're trying to get around the back of the Enforcer for sure. Well, also they need to come down off the mountain, but we saw him jump all the way up there, so... Hey, Firestarter's actually in view. That's an interesting thing. 2 hits onto our back armor. That's not great. We're going to have to start pulling back a little bit. Make them come more in towards our little trap.
Yes, Commander.
So he is up next. So this Wolfhound I really want to take out of the fight. But I also don't want to get totally trapped here. Do something like that. Pull back. We are being jammed by ECM. Not sure who's doing it, but it's irritating me. VSPL is a lot of heat, but so is these medium... Well, these medium lasers aren't much at all, actually. Large laser to off. Don't need it. That doesn't... Well, that does let me push the VSPL a little bit higher. We're gonna do that.
Locked on.
Because all I need is basically 1 or 2 good shots on that CT and he's dead. And I'm hoping I've just gotten that. Gyro crit, gyro destroyed. Armor destroyed, gyro crit.
Critical hit, Commander.
He's unsteady, he's lost his evasion. But that wasn't quite enough to actually finally finish him off. That'll require just a little bit more fire. Who do we got moving? Or not moving as the case may be. I don't see anybody on the move, so it's gotta be our unknown. Nope, the spider. Machine gun fire going out. Spider also very badly damaged. Both of these mechs very vulnerable. Machine gun jammed out on him, so he's not having a great day. And is he gonna move? Well, obviously he's gonna move. He's clearly an ace pilot. He wouldn't just stand there. That would be stupid. And suicidal. Ace pilot leaping through the sky. So that will give him a pretty decent amount of evasion. He does now put him in the back of 2 mechs, which is quite a bit of a problem. And being so evasive, it's gonna be hard to hit him. I could turn around the Centurion to try and nail him. Javelin going for a back shot again. Jeez. Oh, getting right in there with his SRMs. So he's a pretty stock Javelin. Pair of SRM 6s. Am I letting my fear get the better of me? Possibly. Fear of the unknown. Let's see if we can't take this spider off the board. Hi. I'm gonna vigilance. No, I'm not gonna vigilance. I want to get inspiration back, and we might get that by killing this guy. Oh, the missiles are beautiful. No more spider. Alright, that worked out very nicely. And then we are going to be aggressive on you for an 86. And that might pull you off the field as well, I think. So we are being jammed by ECM. Nail him with the large lasers, please. He's gone. Hopefully that takes out the ECM, but I'm not sure it will. I don't know who's actually broadcasting. I wish that was more apparent, but I suppose that's part of the fun, isn't it? Alright, so we've wiped out 75% of the primary forces, 50% of the secondary forces, and we haven't seen the smuggler leader yet. He is currently way off over there. And the commando coming back into the fight. Large laser in hand. He did finally manage to get a hit with that, so a little bit of a problem. We do need to take care of this javelin relatively quickly, because our enforcer is sort of out in the open. Hammer might be able to get him. He did roll a 20. Hammer is going to be able to get him. Okay, give me a back shot, please. Oh, that's not good. In order to get that back shot, I've got to expose myself to the fire starter. And I don't want to do that. Oh, never mind, I don't have to. Alright, let's make sure that he fries here. VSPL, let's go up to 4. There is a way to perfectly statistically figure this out. And I'm going to have to actually look into that. Alright, just lay it into him. We missed with the large laser, very unfortunate, but we did. Okay, so this was the guy who was... At least he had a beagle. I don't know if he had the actual jamming system going on as well.
One less target.
So we are over the heat line, but that's perfectly fine. If you wipe out a mech in order to do that, perfectly okay.
Receiving you.
The commando is... Well, he's very close to me.
Confirmed.
Hi. Hopefully bye? Oh yes, very much bye. Had an XL engine in there. So that's off the field. Now we're just down to the fire starter, and then we can start working on the actual primary target of this mission, who we haven't seen yet.
Good to go.
Good to go. Do I want to get right up close and personal on him? I kind of do, but I don't think that's going to do me much. Yeah, that does less for me. Walking is the way to go.
On the move.
Alright, cluster rounds? Oh, yeah, cluster rounds. And not doing super great in the accuracy department, but that's moderately okay. Did manage to get some penetrating hits back to us.
Commander?
And we should be able to... Oh, nope, back to witness, please. Should be able to lob a little bit of light fire his way. Not placing ourselves in too dangerous of a position, I don't think. Although he might be able to prove me wrong on that one. Lob and narc his way. Hey, we got him with one of the lasers. And just one of the lasers, it looks like. But every little bit counts. Alright, let's see what he wants to do. He could jump and get right behind things, and that would cause some problems, but I don't think he's going to. No, he's going to run and get behind things. I forgot, you're one of those who's packing a pair of truly terrifying heavy weapons, but you have now placed yourself at point-blank range of basically all of my mechs. So, you rolled an 18, did you? You will move after witness.
Good to go.
I can't have that. So here's my plan.
Right, Commander.
Hi, I'm going to cold shot you. Offensive push, let's shove him back on the initiative a bit. Go right into the CT. I don't care about anything else. And you know what? This narc beacon's going to haywire. Okay, we got a hit on him, and we tagged him, so there is that going for us. Don't think I managed to get the haywire in. Darn it, it doesn't push him back anymore. No, it pushed him back to 16.
Yes, boss.
Okay. I think we got him. Hi. So hopefully I can get every single one to hit and crit and blow the whole thing apart. There we go. Okay, so he's done.
That's a kill.
Now the only thing left is the primary target of the mission. So that worked out quite nicely. We don't often use called shot, but apparently it pulls 2 off. What are you doing? I think he's trying to get down and he doesn't know how. So we'll run off over here because we know that there's a way up here. I believe we fought Gold Topper on this map once before.
Ready for orders.
I'm fairly certain that's what happened. And we fought him basically in the sort of right here. We fought Gold Topper and blasted him. And then we had to chase another mech all the way up over here. And that took forever if I'm not mistaken. It was one of the later campaign missions.
Commander?
We ran out of ammunition on a lot of things that mission.
Sprinting.
I think we also lost something somewhat important, but it was a long time ago. The enemy is on the move, continuing to plod along. We're not sure what they're doing just yet, but we're going to say hi. Oh, I'm so happy that we figured that out about the VSPL. Just absolutely ecstatic. Ripper.
Waiting for orders.
Ripper's almost there. Not quite, but soon.
Moving fast.
Lock him down. Get Exodus on the move. So, luckily for us, the enemy seems very, very, very inclined to come into point-blank range with us, which allows the Centurion to be way more effective than I had worried that it would be with the SRMs on a somewhat slow platform. Let's get on the move and try and figure out... It's a Raven. Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed. I had been hoping for, well, Gauntlet. We got our hands on Gauntlet. That would be awesome on so many levels. Let's see what we can get with actual good intel on this Raven. See if it's... See exactly what sort it is. The Enforcer will be a prime, excellent mech in order to handle him because of all his accuracy weapons. The Centurion, of course, will do the same thing. It's very good at this sort of thing. Because it's got all sorts of accuracy bonuses and shoots multiple times. The Hunchback may have some trouble. The ER large lasers are great, but getting them on target may be a bit of an issue. Okay, back up to us.
Commander?
Witness, it's time to go for the altitude and shoot down on the enemy. Okay, good, and set the beacon. And lob it his way. We've only got 3 of these left, so we may well use them. We hit him with 1 of the SRMs. He doesn't get to bug out yet. He hasn't penetrated any armor. He's going down the mountain. I did not plan for that.
Receiving you.
Did I plan for that? Not yet. Yeah, we're gonna get a shot down at him. Buddy, where exactly do you think you're going? 'Cause I'm not on board with this.
On it.
Hit him with the large laser, and then a couple of others. No penetrating hits so far, it looks like. We didn't see any red numbers. So he's not having the best day, but he's still surviving.
Commander.
Getting Ripper on target, however, is going to be an interesting trip. Alright, Ripper's going to come around, and he's going to be sort of the anvil, I suppose, on this one. So he'll line up down here, and he will basically catch him between the two. Exodus, however, definitely wants altitude. Because when you have ER large lasers, it behooves you to have altitude. Almost into a position where you can do something about it. Witness is up.
Good to go.
Okay, sprint. It's only a side angle shot. Do I see him? Do I see him? Not yet. Okay, but we're gonna keep firing down on him.
Alpha strike.
And did get a 1 hit, so was that the beacon or was that the tag? We're not sure.
How's it going?
Wait, which version of the Raven are you? It's a 4L. Oh, we don't have detailed information from over here. Walk or sprint walk?
Consider me there.
Then take aim. Cluster rounds? Cluster rounds. They did manage to hit him with one of our lasers. Decent number of cluster. Well, actually, almost none of the clusters hit, but a couple of the missiles did.
I am black on AC-10 ammo.
Okay, we can go back to slugs, though. That's fine.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, this should get me relatively close to you. Do I have sight on you yet? How do I not see you? Jeez. Keep the VSBL on a high level of accuracy. Blaze down at him. Hit him with the large laser. How much armor does this guy have? Because he seems to be taking quite a lot of shots and not getting any penetrating hits. I shouldn't complain, because until we're fully enveloped around him, that's okay. And he is coming forward. He's almost unstable. He's going to stop right in front of me. I would not count that as a great idea. 2 ER mediums and SRM 6+. We have been tagged and detected.
Standing by.
Exodus, do you want to just weigh in on this one? Because I think you have quite a bit to say. There goes his leg. He's dead. He's not going to be able to get away at this point. So knock him on his back, and then we'll go for the other leg. We can knock that out. We're done here. Okay, 4 or 5 injuries left. Back up to us.
Waiting for orders.
And Witness would like to get relatively close. How's the accuracy here? Fine enough. Okay. Put the beacon on him.
Firing everything I
Make
got.
sure that he doesn't get away. Got some penetrating hits. Haven't quite taken out the leg, but he has been detected. He's been target acquired. He's been narked. Everything is going, well, in the direction of being able to knock him completely out. Just shoot from on high. Oh, you don't have the angle. Turn to get the angle. We are being jammed by ECM. Unfortunate. Cook it. There we go. Okay, we may have blown him up a little bit too much. Stop it. He's already dead. Okay, a little bit unfortunate. Way too much fire was poured into that. And luckily we did not shut down. Okay, where is the exit? Off over in this direction, and now we must travel. Alrighty, heading on our way back on out of here. So a Raven was the final boss. A little bit disappointing. I had kind of been hoping for, well, Gauntlet. We are one part away from finishing Gauntlet, and so therefore we shall never find Gauntlet ever again, I am convinced. Which really kind of sucks, because it's a hero bushwhacker, so he doesn't count towards any other bushwhacker. So that makes things a little less cool.
Full speed.
As you can see, the corpses are still alive, which does concern me some. On missions that are supposed to end after we kill everybody instead of having us extract. So I have moderate amounts of fear about glitching out like that. Raven on the way. I don't think the Raven's going to be able to catch up in time with the Centaurian. So Hammer.
Yes, boss.
Hammer is also going to take a little while. Yeah, it's probably faster for a Hammer to move on the roads. So zip on down here. So travel via road much faster. Exodus. Time for you to move as well. Not quite going to be able to get to the road, but he will be soon. And he will join the procession on towards the extraction zone. So relatively successful here. We didn't actually get any penetrating hits, although we came very close. Down to 6 armor on the rear CT of the Raven. So that had me somewhat worried. If we had taken a penetrating hit on that, there's a lot of things in there that can break. The Ravens are very much, well, electronic shops for us. We could put a whole ton of stuff inside of them. Makes them kind of fragile, but it also makes them pretty useful. And we'd like to have our useful Ravens.
Waiting for orders.
Although maybe if it has a hard point for it, putting on more missiles might be a good idea. Although we may not have the tonnage for it. I mean, those 2 medium lasers versus an SRM-6, which is 3 tons, and the 2 medium lasers are 2 tons, so it doesn't quite work out there. We may find some other weight-saving item which we may be able to make use of.
How's it going?
It's going just fine, Hammer. How are you doing? He's almost there. And in another couple of days, we will have the Hatchet Man reset up. And so it's only going to take a little bit more repairs on him. So we need to, well, not a little bit more repairs. He's probably going to be down for at least another 12 days. Because we've got to replace an arm. We've got to replace a leg. We've got to replace a torso. Or no, we didn't lose the torso. Because if we had lost the torso, we had lost the cannon, and we didn't.
Ready for
So we've got to replace a leg and an arm. And a medium pulse laser and a single compact heatsink. But thanks to improving the engine size in that mech, I've been able to just continually pull compact heatsinks out of it. So I've got extras.
waiting for orders.
Extras that can't be used anywhere else. They weigh like 3 tons.
Just running.
Like, they're double heatsinks that fit into a single heatsink slot, but geez, they are heavy.
Got it.
I was amazed at how much weight I was able to get back just by pulling them out whenever I upgraded the engine. It really made upgrading the engine a heck of a lot easier, because it meant that I didn't have to pull things out and like other weapon systems until the very end. Alright, pick everybody up, and let's get on out of here. So a nice, safe, successful mission. No penetrating hits, no pilot injuries, and we just sort of blitzed our way through all that. Doing a couple of favors for the Lyrans. Maybe they'll be a little bit happier with us so that they don't try and murder us for taking a couple of missions against them. 240,000 prestige for us. Could have gotten a 35% increase, but it wasn't that huge. 3 mechs and a vehicle by the Enforcer, 2 mechs and a vehicle by the Centurion, and the Hunchback picked up another 2. The Raven, of course, doing all that it could to target out the enemy. Only 3 of our mechs actually took damage. The Enforcer had to have taken damage. I refuse to believe 917 counts. Okay, what do we got here? Really? Nothing all that useful. So let's check out the stuff. And the first thing we want to check out in the stuff is a 185. We have one. I don't need one. Guardian ECMs. Comm suites. Of course I missed it. So let's just go all the way to the bottom. So we got a couple of ammunitions. We don't need these anymore. We have, what, 4 tons? Yeah, we have 4 tons. So we don't need them anymore. Plus, we're not using them. Patchwork materials, not all that great. Not a huge fan of them. Heatsink pod and double heatsink. Interesting. Minus 4% weapon heat could be very useful on some of our more heat-intensive mechs. Just tentatively. The double heatsinks are, of course, also interesting. However, I think I want other things. Guardian ECM. We already have one. Comm suite. We don't have any, and cockpit upgrades are basically free. Do I want weapons here? We got a pirate heavy laser. This weapon has a recoil of 2. The weapon has a misfire multiplier. Recoil times multiplier equals misfire chance. So we're looking at a 20% chance to explode every time. High energy capacitors will explode violently for 50 damage. I don't think I want that on my mech. Also, the heat... It's basically... It's a 3-ton large laser with half the range. Actually, we can compare it directly to a large laser. 45 versus 50. The range is 300 by 510. Yeah, so it's a 3-ton large laser with a higher damage, actually. But half the range. I don't need anything from the Wolfhound. We don't need these. We have better ones. Could pick up a javelin part, but I'm not really all that enamored with javelins. 3 tons. Normal heavy lasers are a single ton. They're also absurdly powerful and heat intensive, but they're good. Do I need a tag? Kind of. Do I want to waste a slot on a tag? Not really. I'm leaning towards the ECM, even though I've already got one. Fusion cores, I've also got one. Could just grab the double heatsink, but it seems like kind of a waste to do. And I'm not enamored with patchwork materials. Most of my mechs already have gotten themselves like up to the maximum in terms of weight that they can actually handle, or critical slots. So throwing in 3 critical slots for a quarter ton, not so great. So +1 evasion pips, +1 defense against being hit. Countermeasure suite imposes a 3 penalty on any sensor check by jammed units, and 180 radius of the ECM bubble. No, guess not. Plasma torch. If we put a ooh. No, but I would need to drop my medium pulse laser. I don't want to do that. So the thought that came to mind is start grabbing things like plasma torches to put them on our, the hatchet man. Because the hatchet man's going to walk up and axe people anyway. Weapon is able to fire during the melee combat, -1 accuracy for this weapon. So it wouldn't be great, but it would be additional damage, and if we could get multiples of these stacked up, we could really start causing some serious issues. The problem is it's 3 tons to get this thing on board. So I can't just swap out one of my weapons. I'm going to have to do more to sort of make that work. I don't know if it would be worth it. It's almost never going to hit. The tag, on the other hand, I'd love to put on here, but I've got a similar problem. Because tags are great, and if I can just start tagging anything that I axe, that would be incredibly useful. I feel like it's not optimal to do that, but it may be the best thing to do. Really, what the best thing to do might be to just grab these double heatsinks. What did I just take off? Something important, clearly. Yeah, the tag. So, if I grabbed both of these double heatsinks... Oh, it was the heatsink pod. Because this fixes me for mechs that desperately need double heatsinks. Which, our Centurion has it, our Enforcer has it, and I want to say that's it. The Hatchetman uses compact heatsinks. Oh, the Shadowhawk. Yes, the Shadowhawk. Did I get lucky? No, I didn't, but I still got what I needed. So the SRM6 Plus is nice. We got 2 AR medium pirate lasers. So they have additional accuracy, right? Extended range lasers increase accuracy, deal higher damage, generate more heat. Weapons accuracy can vary between plus or minus 6. 6 additional base melee damage. Ooh. You don't say. I did not realize that. Probably gonna throw these on the hatchet, man. Although it does mean less accuracy. We got the Kaliyama AC-20, which we really don't want. I know that's a crazy thought. We don't want the AC-20. Really? Yeah, we can't make use of it. Unfortunately, it's for higher tier pilots that we are not yet currently there. A bit unfortunate, but we're gonna try and get to that level. The AC-10s work great because they've got cluster rounds, and really I might even just end up swapping out the slugs entirely because we almost never use them. It generally is only in the final, like, end game, I'm gonna kill you thing, and by that point they're open and the slugs are there ready to do some damage. But the flexibility's nice. 8 rounds per ton. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. Maybe if we can get more stuff. You never know. But definitely one of the things we definitely need to be on the lookout is precision ammo for the AC-5. So a couple of things have happened. 23,000 for the next 13 days. Let's get that started. Most of that's probably the Raven, isn't it? Because the Raven does have some advanced tech in it and lost quite a bit of its armor. Wow, everything just kind of got pretty badly dented. Hunchback will be done in 1 day. I'm not doing anything to it. So put the Enforcer up top. And then, like so. Oh, but the Hatchman is so close. We're gonna do that. 1. Yeah, go on Shoreleaf. He gained Athletic, which is nice, and High Spirits. Okay, that's great. So maybe Bullet Trap will actually be useful again. Because I would like him to be very useful. How much longer? 1 more day on the Hatchman. Done. Let's go to the mech bay. This will be the last thing that we do today. Because he's been dented quite badly. But he's alive. Fix it. 4 days to attach a new hatchet, an arm, and a leg. So we are missing a... Oh wait, no, we didn't lose it, did we? One of our locations that are destroyed, we can ignore that. Hey, we didn't actually lose the compact heatsink. Cool. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to put a medium pulse laser back on him. As you can see, this is his current setup. So weapons, lasers, we do have a medium pulse. Where is it? We have a singular medium pulse laser. Could put on the pirate mediums. That gives us more melee stuff. So plus 6 additional melee base damage. That would give us plus 18 in melee. Our current melee is what now? The base is 45. Is this a percentage or a raw number? Plus 60, so it is a raw... Oh, plus 20%. So... a plus 18 would be pretty significant if we got enough pirate ER lasers. That is something to very much keep in mind. For now, we're going to leave it as is. Although I'm going to check the store just real quick, see if they've got any sort of precision ammo, because that would be very useful. LB5X, don't need it. Ammo for an AC5 half tons, don't need it. And a light Gauss ammo, we don't need it. If you got a full Gauss ammo, we're interested, because well, we have a Gauss rifle that we can't really use, because we've only got a single ton of ammo, and that's not great. No faction store for us. Anything on the lasers? Pirates? There's a binary laser I've been eyeing up on occasion. 30% to deal critical hits, plus 1 accuracy. I don't know what I'd do with a blazer. It's basically 2 large lasers welded together. And I don't know if I can make any actual use of that. Do you have less than kill ammo? No, you've had Deadfire, but I'm not interested in less accuracy. Although plus 4 damage would put about to 14 damage on those, which would be pretty considerable. Jump jets, don't need it. Fusion cores, we can get by some cooling units, but I don't think we have any. Oh, no, we do. We very much do. You could use a higher level of cooling, couldn't you? You got a 270 engine core. So, how high could the E-cooling go on this? Mathematicals... Maybe not. I thought it could. Thought this level was the right level to start giving me more stuff. Aerosinks 0. Is this at 10 or is it 15 or something like that? Maybe it says on the E-cooling. We're going to check really quick. Equipment. We do need heat actually. E-cooling level 2. Regenerative cooling. Internal heat sinks. Does not say. I'm gonna have to figure it out, just what the E-cooling levels are supposed to be. But not really a big deal. The mech is pretty chill as is. So 5 days just to swap out the medium pulse laser and fix up the arm. It is mostly maxed armored, which was nice. It allowed it to survive probably a lot more than it should have. The 70 armor on the back really did help. And I don't if I did go to pirate mediums, that would give me room to... Oh, actually, no, he can't. Never mind. I didn't realize this. He's got no support slots. So he's basically filled up as he ought to be. 5 days. We'll have him back. Get the gyro all patched up.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Manage tasks. I want my hatchet man sometime soon. Oh, wrong button. Shift. Shift up, so that'll be the hatchman and the enforcer on, and then the raven and the hunchback shortly after. We're going to be taking a break until the end of the month, it seems. So, by the way, the dreaded finances bug is back. I'm not sure what causes it, but when you save, leave, and then come back, for some reason or another, the finances get all wonky and thrown off, and it says, oh, well, now you're on the restrictive finances, when before we were set to normal. I don't know why it does that. It kind of irritates me that it does.
I've got the financial.
I was hoping to do it just before that day. So, normal. Gonna do another normal month, because that's what I want to keep on. Keeps us with good techs, good morale. Really kind of irritates me when it goes below that. Centurion in 4 days? Mech Bay is reasonably good, right? Everybody's happy? Yeah, pretty much. We've got some more double heat sinks for the Shadowhawk when we finally get this thing pieced together in another 28 days. This thing came in just pieces. Absolute pieces. But that's going to do it for today's episode. We did pretty decent work getting out there, getting a couple of good missions in, making some more money, although we need to take another couple of big contracts in order to really afford what's going on. Feels like the finances became a little bit more difficult in this patch, but we are managing to continue along. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press the little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.